Hello, this is Magdalena. I am a language coach, mentor, and an English teacher, and I work with my clients introducing them into mindful English methods. This is the first episode of the YouTube channel, also in the podcast, and my intention for this place is for you to finally take a new perspective on your ability to speak in English, to communicate in English, to use English professionally, whether at work or in your own business with your clients. Because I have news for you. You are much closer to your goal than you think, and your English is much better than you think. In this episode, I will be guiding you, will be giving you fast steps to get this new perspective. Let's start. I would like to start with giving you an example of my client, and she is very representative of all the clients I'm working with. So, this is a very typical situation. I received a message in Polish saying that, oh, Magda, I would love to improve my English. I am so fed up. I am ashamed that I still do not speak English well, and I need to for my work, but my English is terrible. It really is. And you have to imagine that the moment we meet online, and after having a very short conversation in Polish, she herself asks me to start the session in English. And her English is actually very, very good. Believe me, I had such a big relief because I didn't know what to expect. I do not work with people who really don't have any English. And there she is, another example of a person who says, my English is terrible, but it really is not. Why am I telling you this? The way you feel about your English really doesn't say much about the actual ability of speaking it. What is your level? Is it A1, B2, certifications? It really doesn't matter. And I want you to remember or remind yourself that most of the time we are the biggest critics of ourselves. And if you are like me or all of my clients, you are a perfectionist. And you always want to do even better work, get even better grades, get one more approval to finally feel like you are perfect in something. And here are 3 facts that make you feel worse about your own English than it actually is. First of all, you compare yourself to others. And others, probably, most of the time, this is the case, you compare yourself to native speakers. So people who grew up in English-speaking country. So I have another news for you about this. You will never speak like a native speaker. Why? Because you already speak like you. And there are thousands of dialect and accents and way of speaking English. So let's leave finally this image of perfect English behind and change into, okay, how do I speak English, not someone else? And second thing, that might help you to feel a little bit better quickly about your own English. Native speakers do not always speak perfect English, believe me. I worked in England, and when I went the first time to actually work in public English school, my biggest shock was, oh my God, all those kids, they didn't speak English well. They made so many mistakes, and they used such a short list of vocabulary, if I might say it this way. So you have to stop thinking you want to speak like someone else and focus on how you speak already, how you want to develop your beautiful own way of communicating in English. Okay, that's the first thing, first fact. Fact number 2, how you speak doesn't only depend on the words you use or the grammar or the structure you are able to use. How you speak depends on so much more. On what? It depends first and foremost on how you feel. How you feel? If you feel safe. Because if you feel safe in your body, if you feel safe in the surrounding, if you feel safe with the people that you are talking to, you will guarantee speak much, much better than when you don't. Just think of a moment, I'm sure you have it. Think of one moment when you had to talk to someone in your first language. Let's take the example of your first language, Polish or Spanish or any other language. Take an example of this conversation with someone who you don't like or simply don't feel comfortable with. Maybe your boss, maybe your own mother. You never know. Maybe someone that intimidates you, so makes you feel small, makes you feel insecure. How do you speak then in any language? I'm sure you've had situations where after the conversation happened with that kind of person that doesn't make you feel good about you, you were like, why didn't I say this or why didn't I say that? You know why it happened? Because when you don't feel safe and comfortable, you literally cannot access all the knowledge, all the skills you have in you. Your body is literally stuck in surviving mode and cannot breathe properly, cannot think properly. That's why in those spaces you cannot be comfortable. So going back to English, because it's the same, really. I know you are thinking, no, but I still have to learn more words, I still have to practice more, and I still have to do this and that, and then I will be confident. No. Yes and no. It will always matter how you feel within you, and how you feel with the person you talk to and in the environment. But it starts with you. So when you are next time stuck in this, oh no, I didn't say it right. Oh no, I don't know what they're saying, because it works both ways, how you speak and how you understand people talking to you. I want you to question whether you feel safe and how it impacts how you speak in English. Okay? So let's revise. First point, stop thinking how you want to speak in a way that, how you stop thinking that you have to speak like someone else, like a native speaker. That's the first point. And focus on how you can develop your own way of communicating in English. Second, to speak well in any language, but also English. In English, when it's your second language, you have to feel safe. The safer you feel and more comfortable you feel with yourself and in the surrounding, the better you will speak. And the third point is English does impact how you show up, meaning when you speak English as a second language, you might appear a little bit differently, your personality, your character, your energy. Yes. Why? Because every language has its own dynamics. Jak będę mówić po polsku, będę mówiła inaczej. Cuando hablo español, sí, seguramente preguntas mi amigos, tengo otra energía. When I speak all these languages, und Deutsch, da spreche ich auch ganz anders. In every single language, my energy changes a little bit because I use different kind of structures, different melody, different sounds, and I also have different I may make different connections with those languages. I learned them differently with different people, different places. But I have another, even more important information for you. When you speak English as a second language, and you might have less vocabulary that you can use, you might have less confidence in using different structure and sayings and phrases. So you have less tools, let's say, to express yourself, maybe. Still, who you are stays. Who you are stays. What does it mean? You are still that wonderful person that you are. You still have your energy. You still have your passions. You still have your interests. You still have your knowledge. And you still have the curiosity to speak to another person or to express what you have to express. And I know you worry about losing your image, about losing your professionality, about losing your ability to serve your clients, to talk to business partners, to talk to your boss in English. I know you have that worry, and it's a real worry. I understand that. I was there. But I want you to remember that words, literally words, impact the way you communicate, what you communicate, how you communicate, their end result, only in 7%. 7%. And your body language, your energy, your tone is the rest of it, okay? So next time you worry about sounding unprofessional, or you worry about not being taken seriously, and when you worry about that, what happens? You play small. You directly apologize for your English. You apologize for not being prepared enough. You apologize for not understanding. I want you to remember that you are still you. Let's just think of one example. I'm sure you have it. Think of someone you just met, and without saying much, you already had incredible connection with that person. Or maybe even you saw someone and you even haven't talked to that person, you are already amazed and inspired by that person's energy. I'm sure you have those examples in your life. Come on. It also comes to you. You also have that power. You also have that energy. So next time, do not worry so much about being taken professional. Worry much more, or let's say, I don't like the word worry. Take care of taking yourself more professional. Worry more about taking your energy, worry more about taking care of your energy, of your why you want to talk to someone. Because when you are curious about something, when you are curious about someone's story, when you really want to meet someone, when you really want to understand a project, a task, client's story, that will be much more important and will impact your communication effectiveness hugely. Okay, so it is much more powerful than the words you say. Remember your why, and the how will come. You have to feel safe to feel good. And when you feel good, you speak much, much better. Don't forget that, okay? Thank you so much. I cannot wait for you to give me what stays with you. Leave comments, text me in my Instagram, Mindful English. It was a pleasure to have you here today. And next episodes will be taking you step by step on how to finally say yes to your next English speaking opportunity. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful